and Kaylin here with me. We're going to open up today's program with a dedication not only to our seniors, congratulations, seniors 2014, but also we're opening this program as a dedication to a great American poet, Dr. Maya Angelou, who passed away at 86 years old yesterday. So, Dr. Angelou's given name is Marguerite Johnson. She was born on April 4th, 1928 in St. Louis, Missouri, and died yesterday in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. As a poet, she wrote several volumes of autobiographical themed poems that focused on economic, racial, and sexual oppression. She was a multi-talented performing artist. She worked with Dr. King and other activists during the Civil Rights Movement. She was a college professor and has won countless national and international awards for her writing and performances. In 1993, she wrote and recited her poem, On the Pulse of Morning, for the inauguration of President Bill Clinton. At this time, Life member and myself, Kaylin, will be performing one of her most famous poems, Still I Rise.
You may write me down in history
with your bitter, twisted lies.
You may tread me in the very dirt,
but still, like dust, I rise.
Does my sassiness upset you?
Why are you beset with gloom?
'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells,
pumping in my living room.
Just like moons and like suns,
with the certainty of tides.
Just like hopes springing high.
Still, I rise.
Did you want to see me broken?
Bowed head and lowered eyes.
Shoulders falling down like teardrops.
Weakened by soulful cries.
Does my haughtiness offend you?
Don't you take it awful hard.
'Cause I laugh like I've got gold mines,
pumping in my own backyard.
You may shoot me with your words.
You may cut me with your eyes.
You may kill me with your hatefulness.
But still, like air,
I'll rise.
Out of the huts of history's shame.
I rise.
Up from the past that's rooted in pain.
I rise.
I'm a black ocean leaping and wide.
Welling and swelling, I bear in the tide.
Leaving behind nights of terror and fear.
I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise.
Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the wanderer. I rise.
I rise. I rise.
Next we have Fable singing Mr. Brightside.
I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking the drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress, now letting me go. I just can't look, it's killing me and taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis, but it's just the price I paid. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I'm Mrs. Brightside. I'm coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, it was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head, but she's touching his chest. Now he takes off her dress, now letting me go. And I just can't look, it's killing me. I'm taking control. Jealousy turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies, choking on your alibis. But it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I'm Mrs. Brightside.
Next we have Stephanie singing Tell You Girlfriend.
I love you too. I'm singing a cappella, so there's no music. So call your girlfriend. It's time you had that talk. Give your reasons. Say it's not her fault. But you just met somebody new. Tell her not to get obsessed, second guessing everything you've said and done. And tell her when she gets upset that you never meant to hurt no one. And tell her that the only way her heart will mend is when she learns to love again. And it won't make sense right now, but you're still a friend. And then you let her down easy. So call your girlfriend. It's time you had that talk. Give your reasons. Say it's not her fault. But you just met somebody new. Don't try to tell her how I showed you something you didn't even know you missed. And don't even try to explain how it's different when we kiss. And tell her that the only way her heart will mend is when she learns to love again. And it won't make sense right now, but you're still a friend. And then you let her down easy. So call your girlfriend. It's time you had that talk.
Next we have Jackie singing Still Into You.
Count the years on one hand that we've been together. I need the other one to hold you, make you feel better. It's not a walk in the park to love each other, but when our fingers interlock, can't deny you're worth it. 'Cause after all this time, I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you. And baby, even on our worst nights, I'm into you. Let them wonder how we got this far, but I don't even need to wonder at all. Yeah, after all this time, I'm still into you. Remember the night when I first met your mother, and on the drive back to my house, I told you that I loved you. You felt the weight of the world fall off your shoulders, and to your favorite song you sang along to the start of forever. 'Cause after all this time, I'm still into you. I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you. And baby, even on our worst nights, I'm into you. Let them wonder how we got this far, but I don't even need to wonder at all. Yeah, after all this time, I'm still into you. Some things just make sense, and one of those is you and I. Some things just make sense, and even after all this time, I'm into you. Baby, not a day goes by that I'm not into you. I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you. And baby, even on our worst nights, I'm into you. Let them wonder how we got this far, but I don't even need to wonder at all. Yeah, after all this time, I'm still into you. I'm still into you. I'm still into you.
Next we have Jasmine singing If I Ain't Got You.
So I dedicate this song to all my lovebirds out there, you know, that love each other. This goes to you. Some people live for the fortune. Some people people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. And some people think that the physical things define what's within it. But I've been there before, and that life's a bore, so full of the superficial. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, but I don't want anything, 'cause everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Yeah. Some people search for a fountain that promises forever young. Some people need 3 dozen roses, and that's the only way you prove your love. So hands me the world on a silver platter, and what good would that be with no one to share, with no one who truly cares for me? Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, but I don't want anything, 'cause everything means nothing if I ain't got you. Some people want it all, but I don't want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, if I ain't got you, baby. Some people want diamond rings, some want everything. Everything means nothing if I ain't got you, you, you. If I ain't got you with me, baby. Ooh. See, nothing in this whole wide world don't mean a damn thing if I ain't got you with me, baby. Ooh. Thank you, guys.
Next up, we have Eliza singing All of You and Ton Lee playing the piano with her.
What would I do without your smart mouth? Drunk me in, you kicking me out. Got my head spinning, no kidding, I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm on your magical Mr. Right, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what it means, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind, 'cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning, even when I lose and winning, 'cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. How many times do I have to tell you, even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating you down, I'm around through every mood. You're my downfall, you're my muse, my worst distraction, my rhythm and blues. Can't stop singing, it's ringing in my head for you. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind, 'cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning, even when I lose and winning, 'cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Give me all of you. Cards on the table, we're both showing hearts, risking it all, though it's hard, 'cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning, even when I lose and winning, 'cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Thank you.
Next, we have Alex and Daz. Wait, that's me. Alex and me singing I Am a Monster.
Hey guys.
I'm a monster, 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 I'm a monster.
Got everybody in love, and I don't have to try. I just do what I does. Don't have to tell me, already know they all want me. Yo, I'll run this, I smash it. Let my bass real hum, bombastic. Speed race, baby, I'm a lot faster. Cause trouble, never listen to my master. New Benz, all black from Malaysia. Can't drive, my mama don't care. Yep, to the top, I'ma take it to the ceiling. I'm on the moon, but I feel some beaming. I'm so plain, la 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 la. So fly like a helicopter. Stuck to the hood and homies in the back. Doing it big, you know what's up. Some come try to say I'm a problem. So crazy, gotta put them in a asylum. Some come try to say I'm a problem. Solve it.
I'm a monster, 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 I'm a monster.
One of a kind, got everybody in love, and I don't have to try. I just do what I does. Don't have to tell me, already know they all want me.
Yo, I ran this, I rock this like a jerk, no stopping. I can see the future, no optics. You tell me I'm crazy on top, Fritz. Let me tell you, it's a problem I face to tell you. My androids, I got preference. I don't know about you, but it's I don't know. I'm up here. We're starting off with my main man, Gerardo. Love you too, man. Come on up here.
Take your time. Take your time. You need to plug your thing right? You need to plug it right? You got your box.
I can't hold it. Hey, so basically, since this whole open mic so far has been about music, I'm actually glad I wrote this type of poem. Because for a lot of people, music has been a source of outlet or input or self-expression. And I know for me that's definitely been the case. So I wrote a poem called In Regards to Music, and as you can see, I'm gonna play it with a guitar. In regards to music, I thoroughly enjoy a catchy song. Thought to be punk with a major scale. Thought to be classic with some chords. From the classics to a softer tone, and sorry for the distortion. To, well, no, nothing beats a good love song. Well, and if you like the Sublime, some little funk will do. if you're Hispanic like me, you'll probably know this song. And, well, to finish it off, a theme song we all know and love from all of our childhoods, and probably one of the biggest and almost most awesome superheroes ever, Batman. And if you know more songs, and if you know different styles of music, and sadly I don't have my capo, but if you put a clamp on the capo, you can go a step higher, and higher, and higher, and higher. So in regards to music, where I thoroughly enjoy a catchy song, and in regards to life, where we all listen to music, I stand for thee. In regards to music, I live for thee. Thank you.
Batman. Next we have Kaylin coming to the stage. Kaylin. Super.
Hi. Hi, okay. So, I'm going to perform one of my spoken words. Some of you have heard it before. It's called Children of Another World. It addresses the problem of childhood poverty internationally. And it's basically saying how we really need to give these children more attention. So, thank you. There is a boy sitting on the sidewalk of a third world country with tear-stained eyes, on his knees in prayer, crying out in a quiet yet sorrowful whisper, Lord Father, please help me. He has no parents to love him or shelter to protect him, so he's stuck in a battle between life and death, a struggle for hope and newfound breath that no one outside his world expects him to win. They see him as just a statistic, nothing but another life wasted, another kid brought down on this earth just to die like the rest. And every night he cries himself to sleep due to the sharp pains he feels in his chest. But within his chest there is a heartbeat, one not steady, but one that is troubling and willing to give up and admit to his defeat. His footsteps are too quiet. They emit little sound because his weight is not enough to keep him rooted on the ground. And his eyes are cast down, not wanting to face the sun's light, because as the sun gives light to life, his life is not one he is strong enough to fight. Now, they haven't given him a chance, so they do nothing but walk by and cast him a weak glance. Now, hold on. Let's step back and look at the bigger situation, and let me tell why we should help kids like these as a nation and to lift up and support the next generation. Now, in order for me to do this, I'll need your patience, because I'm going to provide a poetic yet statistical explanation. There are over 7 billion people in this world. 1 billion are children struggling in poverty. 2.2 million of these children die every year, and that's over 22,000 every day. And when you were born, yes, you, there were 4 out of 10 chances that it could have been you in their place. Don't you see? It is too often that we try to push aside these children as a figment of our imagination, constantly changing that infomercial. Can't even give a simple $2 donation. But as we wave a hand over their situation, We don't realize that there are thousands upon thousands crying out in frustration, but the tears that need to be cried cannot escape their solemn eyes due to constant dehydration, and their bodies are shutting down due to constant starvation. The lives that we live are no more special than the lives of these kids. They have ears that hear and eyes that cry tears. They possess skin and bones and thoughts of their own. They have nerves that feel pain and a heart that can break. Yet we constantly walk on by, passing their painful prisons where the lost and forgotten spend their lives and where the pure and innocent are born into immediate heartache and hunger. What I don't understand is why we walk away from them, holding the keys to their prison cells, the keys that hold hope, potential success, and freedom. Why do we keep it all to ourselves? All I'm saying is that these kids are so much more special than we think. Because that boy and that girl that has cried themselves to sleep without any parents to show them affection or shelter to provide secure protection deserve our attention.
Next we have Kendra. Yeah, we're still snapping. Is Kendra here? Okay then, then Alex, you can come out. Yeah, Kendra's not here.
Hello again. Nice to see you all. How long ago was that? That was like not even 5 minutes ago. That's lovely. All right, I'm going to read you a poem called Who Am I? What do you see when you look at me? Do you see me or part of me? Can you see me for who I am, or do you see a mirage of me? Can you read the story behind the mask, or has the cover fooled you? Have you fallen for the act that I've put on, or can you truly see the pain behind my eyes? Do you know me for my appearance or for my heart? Do you know who I am, or am I still a mystery needing to be solved?
Next we have Elise Fisher. There she is.
Hi guys, I call this call to action. You can call it whatever you like. I told myself that I have to write a poem in a very short amount of time. So that's what I did. I thought of all the big issues that I should tackle. Poverty, racism, corporate greed, the meaty stuff. I pondered it all like the great spoken word giants who came before me. I pondered, and it made me cynical. Cynicism is a great emotion. Has very bad press. Oh, you're so cynical. Oh yeah? And why aren't you too? Cynics can predict the future. That will never happen, ever. And it never does. Life wanders by, and you have to tell yourself that the only way you can cure cynicism is through passion. There seems to be a difference between saying and doing. That is the number one complaint cynics have of the spoken word. It's rather unfair. A fiery-tongued individual can't start a revolution by himself. Did I say revolution? I'm sorry. Reform, obviously. Reform, reform, reform. You know what to do. Most people do. I know that now. Let's not be alienated by social pressure. If you know the truth, you can beat cynicism. Cynicism is a rock. The truth flows through you and can degrade that rock. I don't need to tell you what, why, how. You know that. All you need to know is when. This is the part where the poem ends and your life begins.
Next, we have the Soviet trumpeter, Jake.
Welcome to the new age!
That's my password. Okay. So this comes from a deep, dark place in my soul. I am power. I cause fear. I am what takes the reins when you just can't stand it anymore. I roar. I take the lives of those who cause me. I crush. I lead the masses as they stand against the now damned. I lead, I control. I stand ever near when they think I am gone. I stand, for I am pain. I am strength. I am power. I am hate.
Now we're switching things up a little bit. We'll have our senior that graduated and left us, David Fender, come up with a short story.
I love me too.
Peacock feathers. That was all the prince could think about. Peacock feathers fluttering in the breeze. There they were, lining the trail to the forest behind his castle. He had not seen anyone place them. It was as if one moment they had just arisen into existence. Nothing but peacock feathers laid down on a brown sodden road leading from Apple Orchard to the great beyond of his domain. He vigilantly followed their path. His pace only slowed down after the 5th hour of walking. As the day crept on, the sun cast its soulful gaze lower and lower onto the treetops. The light dimmed as the hours passed, large spotlights fading into tiny cherubim caressing his back and illuminating his way through the darkness, pointing him from one feather to another. Not a moment after the arrival of twilight, the prince arrived where the feather stopped. In front of him, a giant cave stood. He hesitated for a moment before deciding to go down. Down and down, the prince descended, down 1,000 granite steps until he found it. A wooden door stood before him. Crimson letters slowly faded onto the placard on the door. Sacrifice, it read. The prince did not want to sacrifice because he found no need to. He took his bejeweled iron sword out of its sheath and thrust it through the placard. The placard let off a high-pitched shriek before it, followed by the door, evaporated into the darkness. He stepped through the door where he found a large room with a slab in the middle. On the slab there was a fair maiden suspended in space, frozen in time. He found himself transfixed onto the ground. He felt an ethereal presence, a shiver creeping up his spine. He had a suspicion. A few years ago, the prince had learned an important parlor trick. By necessity, he had learned how to see into the souls of men, visually piercing the layers of skin and peering at the secrets and memories behind men. Many a foreign threat had tried to end his kingdom, and with the fine judgment granted to him by this trick, each ruthless opponent had been annihilated with wit, wisdom, and the grace of fate, against nearly impossible odds. Before he learned how This trick, he was constantly assaulted by crafty conspirators and sultry mistresses of every kind. The kingdom was for him, and only him, to destroy. He closed his eyes and peered into the white wisp of the souls rising from the floor around him. They were the souls of the past vanquished, the souls of his enemies, the kings and tyrants that wanted so desperately to plunge his homeland into ruin and corruption. He pulled out his blade once more and rapidly sliced the pitiable souls into pieces. Some suffered and groaned, while others quickly submitted to oblivion. To the prince, this was but ecstasy. After the last one had fallen, he gazed into the maiden's soul. Her glossy exterior hid deeper but glorious imperfections, but fractures of a luminescent soul. He saw everything, the childhood, the adolescence, her life story visible as if it was printed on her skin. Such a temptation to claim her as his own. Yet he knew that even as she would not harm him directly, that to know the maiden would transfigure him into something different, something potentially less vigilant and less able to protect his realm. He then took the sword and protected him from himself. He stabbed the maiden through the stomach, as if destroying fate itself. He then turned around and walked out of the cave, feeling inner peace at last.
That was our author, David Fender. Now we have our hostess, Allie Brown, closing us out with some closing words.
Okay, so I want to say thank you all for coming out. This is our first and last annual Arts Week. I'm really happy that I got to start this off at this school. There's a lot of things that people say you could leave a legacy in high school for, and I'm really glad that this is my legacy that I'm leaving. And I hope that the underclassmen, you definitely continue my legacy and make it 20 times better. So thank you, and have a great day.